Hello everyone, my name is Kiran Kumar Chaudhary and I am welcoming you at Ministry of Python. In this video, we are going to discuss only about if and else statement. So let's get started with it. First of all, we are going to see the real life example so you can easily understand what is the if and else statement. If there is raining outside, I need to wear a raincoat. If there is not raining outside or else, I doesn't need to wear a raincoat. So this is how if and else concept works on. If we write a useful program, we almost always need the ability to check condition and change the behavior of the program accordingly. So here, program is going to be changed according to the condition. If there is raining, I need to wear a raincoat. If there is not raining, I doesn't need to wear a raincoat. So in this way, if and else work. So let's see the basic format of if and else statement. Remember one thing before you looking at the format. The if and else statement ends with colon character. Here it's going to be end with colon character. Generally, assignment statement or print statement doesn't end with colon character, but if and else statement or for loop, while loop statement is going to end with colon character. So here in this program, x is going to take input from the user, and if x is going to greater than 0, this is going to be printed out. And if this condition is going to be true, this is ignored by the Python. If this is false, then Python check this condition. Remember this thing. So now I'm going to create a file called as basics if.py. Now I'm going to open that file, and now I'm going to take input as integer from the user, enter a number, and then I'm going to apply a condition. If x is going to greater than 0, then I'm going to print this number is positive, or else I'm going to print this number is negative. Now I'm going to save this file. It's saved actually. Now I'm going to run this file by python.basics.py. So it's asking me enter the number. I'm going to enter 13. It is positive number. It is greater than 0. So it is going to print it out. This number is positive. And this statement is going to be ignored by the Python automatically. So here we put the enter and we got this. Now I'm going to run this program again and type -13. It is negative number, and then it check this first condition. It is going to be false, and then it is going to print this is negative number. I'm going to hit enter. Yeah, this is print this number is negative because this condition is going to be false as per our input -30. So this statement is going to be ignored, and Python come here and going to print this number is negative. So in this way, basic if and else statement works. So let's see one-way decision. So sometimes we have to code that program which take only one-way decisions. Here program is given that x is equal to 13. If x is equal to 13, this two statement is going to print it out. So this is one-way statement is one-way decisions is easy. You don't have to memorize or understand it all. So now I'm going to create a file called as now I'm going to file called as oneway.py, and then open that file. Open oneway. Oh, it's opened. Now I'm going to take where's the code over here? Yeah, I copy that code because I don't want to write it at all. So x is going to take input from the user. If x is equal to 13, column and print it is 13. Now I'm going to run this file. Python oneway. Hit enter. Now I'm going to type 13. It is 13. Now I'm going to type 12. This statement is going to be true, and then it's going to print it is 13, but if I write 12, this statement is this condition is going to be false, and let's see what we get. Oh, sorry, it shows nothing because it's one way. Now we have to see two-way decisions or alternative execution. So here program says that x is equal to 10. If x is greater than 9, this statement is going to print it out, or if it is not greater than 9, this statement is printed out. And after this if and else, finally this statement is going to print it out. So let's see the flowchart so you can easily understand that. So x is equal to 9. Here's the condition. X is greater than 9. The condition is going to be true, or yes, this statement is going to print it out, that is print bigger. And then finally program comes over here and print all done. But this condition is going to be wrong, then this statement is going to print it out and finally print out all done. Now I'm going to create a file called as two-way.py, and then I'm going to open that file. Two-way. Now first of all, this is going to take input from the user. Now if x is greater than 9, we print bigger, or else going to print not bigger, and finally we print all done. Now I'm going to run this file. Here's two-way. Yeah. Now I'm going to enter the value 10 or number 10. So this condition is going to be true. This statement is going to print it out. This is ignored by the Python as per we input value 10, and finally this is going to print it out. Let's see what it does. So it's going to print it out bigger because this condition is going to be true. It is true. It's going to print out bigger because it is true. So it's going to print it out, and it is going to ignore this, and directly Python goes over here and print all done. So it is print all done. Now see multi-way decisions. So sometimes we, in dynamic application or dynamic program, we have to take a multi-way decisions. So let's see. This program, x is going to take input from the user. If x is going to less than 2, is going to print it out small. If x is less than 10, is going to print out medium, or else it's going to print out bigger number if x is going to be greater than 0. So here you see the flowchart. It's going to check the first condition. If it is true, then it's going to print small number, and finally is go to print all done. If first condition is going to wrong, then check the second condition. If it is less than 10, it's going to print out medium number, and then program going to be end by all done. If second condition is going to be wrong, then big number and all done. So now I'm going to create a file of multi-way.py, and then open that file multi-way. Now I'm going to write if x is less than 2, I'm going to print small number. Else if x is less than 10, now I'm going to print medium number, or else I'm going to print a bigger number, and finally after that I'm going to print all done. So now I'm going to run this file. What's the file name? Multi. Okay. It's asking me for the enter number. I'm going to write number 1. I'm going to write number 1. So this condition is going to be true. So it's going to be print small number. So this condition is going to be true. So it's going to print small number, and then it's going to be print all done. So let's see what is going to be print. So yeah, it's working because it's going to print small number and all done. this condition is going to be true, then Python ignores these two statements. Remember this. If this condition is going to be false, then the Python check this condition. If it is true, then it ignore this. If this is false, then check this, and finally print like this. So now again I run this program and type 4. If I type 4, this condition is going to be wrong. Then Python comes over here and check this condition. This condition is true. Then Python print this statement and finally print this statement. So it's going to be print medium number and order. Yeah, it's going to print medium number and order. Now again I run this program and type number greater than 10. I type 12. So this condition is going to be wrong. This condition is going to be wrong. And finally Python check this condition. It's going to print big number and finally print order. Let's see what is going to be printed. So it's going to print big number and it's going to print order. So in this way, if and else statement works. If this condition is going to be true, Python ignores these two conditions. If it is not true, Python check this condition. If it is true, Python ignore this. But if it is not true, Python check this. So in this way, if and else statement works. Now we see the nested condition. This is an important function. Here we see the program. X is going to take input from the user. If X is greater than 0, it's going to print greater than 10. But, and again we have to check the condition. If X is less than 100, it's going to print less than 100. And finally it print order. So here in the flowchart, it's take the input and check the condition. If X is greater than 10, this condition is going to be true. It's going to print this statement and then again check this condition. If this condition is true, it print less than 100 and finally print order. So in this way, nested if condition works. So now I'm going to create a file called as nested.py and then open that file. Write that if X is greater than 10, I'm going to print this number is greater than 10, and then again I'm going to write condition. If X is less than 100, I'm going to write but this number is less than 100, and finally I'm going to print order. So now I'm going to run that file. What's the file name? Nested. Okay. So it's asking me for the input. I'm going to type 12. So let's see what will give output. Yeah, the first print statement is going to print it out because this condition is true, and another condition is true, so this statement is going to print it out. And finally all done is going to print it out. Now I'm going to run again this program and type what I'm going to type 1. So here the first condition is going to be false, so Python program directly come here and print all done. Now I run again this program and type 101. So here the first condition is true, so this statement is going to print it out. Yeah, it is printed out. But second condition is false, so this statement is not going to print it out. And finally this is printed out as per the program. So this is how the nested condition behaves.